นะโมตัสสะภะคะวะโตอะระหะโตสัมมาสัมพุทธัสสะนะโมตัสสะภะคะวะโตอะระหะโตสัมมาสัมพุทธัสสะนะโมตัสสะภะคะวะโตอะระหะโตสัมมาสัมพุทธัสสะอะระหังสัมมาสัมพุทโธภคะวา
The special Vesak Day celebration was organized by Chuk Daeng Temple, Thailand on May 14, 2022. This celebration was held under the concept and supervision of Most Venerable Phra Mahapranam Damalankaro, Sesanadaja Dhammakaraya, the abbot Chuk Daeng Temple, Thailand. Vesak, the day of the full moon in the month of May, is the most sacred day to millions of Buddhists around the world. It was on the day of Vesak 2.5 millenniums ago, in the year 623 BC, that the Buddha was born. It was also on the day of Vesak that the Buddha attained enlightenment, and it was on the day of Vesak that the Buddha in his 80th year passed away to parinirvana. Buddhists celebrate Vesak by decorating their temples with flags and other decorations. They gather in these temples before dawn for the raising of the Buddhist flags while singing hymns. Buddhists are also allowed to bring simple offerings to lay out at the feet of their great master, the Buddha. Some temples display a statue of the baby Buddha in front of the altar in a small basin filled with water and decorated with flowers, allowing people for showering the statue. This is referred to as the bathing of the Buddha. It is a symbol of cleansing bad karma, and a reenactment of the events following the Buddha's birth, when Devas, gods, and Brahmas showered him with sacred waters from the sky. Vesak is also celebrated with charitable deeds and acts of kindness by Buddhists. It is also expected that they refrain from killing of any being, therefore, they are encouraged to eat vegetarian food for the day. The General Assembly, by its Resolution 54/115 of 1999, has recognized internationally the Day of Vesak to acknowledge the contribution of Buddhism, as one of the oldest religions in the world that has made for over 2.5 millennia and continues to make the spirituality of humanity. This day is commemorated annually at the UN headquarters and other UN offices, in consultation with the relevant UN offices and with permanent missions, which also wish to be consulted. The teachings of the Buddha, his message of compassion, peace and goodwill have moved millions. Millions around the world follow the teachings of the Buddha, and on the day of Vesak, they commemorate the birth, the attainment of enlightenment and the passing away to parinirvana of the Buddha.
you
The Buddha is our first refuge, the protection. There is none to call Buddha rather than the enlightened one. According to Buddha, one doesn't need to see the Buddha physically but to learn Dharma and practice. Learning of Dharma is the way to see the Buddha because ordinary ascetic Siddhartha was named as Buddha after his enlightenment. The life and conduct of the Buddha is the Dharma.